We're back in King's Gym for hamstrings. Hamstrings is the smallest session of the week. It is essentially the least demanding, but it's good because it's essentially an active rest day. We do train hard, but it doesn't beat the living crap out of me. So I'll have a rest day tomorrow, then I'll be like double fresh for the next day. So it gives me an opportunity just to get really fresh for the big sessions that are about to come. There's lots of curls today, so we'll be doing standing curl, lying curl, seated curl, and typically some hyper extensions. And then what we'll also do is we pair some calves with today's workout, just to extend the session a little bit more, make it more worthwhile. I'd feel quite bad coming to the gym just to do like 4 exercises. So if I had 2 calf exercises on, turns it into a 6 exercise workout, makes me feel a bit better about coming to the gym. So we're gonna do a multitude of curls, like I say, 2 sets per each one, and really just make sure that we do good reps, slow controlled form. We're not really going to lift overly crazy heavy. I think it's quite stupid to do that on curls. And yeah, so just enjoy it. I'm just looking forward to getting home after and having a chilled evening. So this is part of the job. Got to do it. Got to train, even when you're not really overly motivated. Which, you know, I am kind of motivated today, but because I'm not having to like come in here and destroy weights, or there's no show in 2 weeks, it is very, very leisurely. So you'll probably notice today's workout, there's probably a lot of chat going on, but oh well, we're doing what we need to do. That's us. On these, as with any body part, to be fair, when you first come in the gym, your first exercise, that's the one where you really want to progressively warm up as slowly as possible. Never rush, never rush. So on this, I actually tend to just do 10 reps every round, even in the warm-ups. I don't do that on every body part, but hamstrings are a body part that I suppose mentally I want to bring up, so I don't mind those additional reps, even on the progressive warm-ups. Plus, I think the hamstrings, I've been really fortunate in my short career, to not have a hamstring injury, whereas I know a lot of people have, and often it's when, well, 99% of the time it's Dave, so for me, it's when they didn't warm up properly. So I suppose there's a little bit of paranoia there, so I'd rather be able to do 10 reps all the way up, knowing that I'm definitely warm, to avoid that injury. First working one. That's the first working. Yeah. 4, 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wakes them up. Certainly wakes them up. Lion curls, yeah? So we'll fully lengthen the hamstring now, and then we're going to move on to seated curls after that and really get them short. So I don't think it really matters what order you do them in, but it's nice to mix it around sometimes. Sometimes we'll come in here and do this first, sometimes we'll do that first, sometimes we'll do that first. As long as all three get done, then I'm pretty happy. So what he's trying to do on here, as he's actually curling up, he's trying to like wrap. He's trying to keep as much contact with the pad with his upper quad. So let's pretend this is my quadricep. This is the pad. He wants to drive that down into the pad hard and actually curl over rather than lift from the hips. So you don't want this to happen. You want this to happen. You want to drive down through and back. And that's why a lot of people, when they do this movement in particular, they arc up, because when you arc up, obviously it's a lot easier to then drive your hips down and through. That's why you see people on their elbows and stuff. They're trying to basically keep the weight in their pelvis. Obviously, the more you can keep your thighs in contact with the pad, the more work your hamstring's going to do. So yeah, his form, he very much curls over himself. Yeah. So this is very flat, and this is almost lifting. You see, there's actually space. And that will make less weight do more. Nice. It bites, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Warm ups. Again, another movement where I don't want to like throw the weight around, nor does he. You'll find if you start going really heavy on this, what I was mentioning earlier about that form will go out the window. The only way to keep this form is not to go too heavy for yourself. And I think you will get more growth and more benefit on how your hamstrings look on stage by not trying to go too heavy. Action. Good. Good. Lovely, good. Yeah. Nice. Good. I keep raising that thing, you know, I keep saying it on the videos, but like we're not going into that failure yet, and we won't be for a few weeks still, so we just got to hold on, hold tight. When the time comes to do that, it will come, and it will hit hard, and it will shock the system. Back up slightly now. So I'm going to reduce the weight by 10. Just going to try and get it even tighter on the form.
Don't hyperextend the knee too much.
Nice, good set.
Move the back down.
Yeah. Feels very good. This is a new machine actually, so our seated hamstring curl that we had before was pretty shit. So this has made hamstring workouts a lot better, and I feel like we're gonna get a lot of progress out of this because you're only as good as your tools. So. Very weird. So this is, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, any of the British guys that watch this maybe, but Amazon emailed me earlier a code, and for specific items when they get delivered you have to tell them the code, and I don't know what that is. So it said your package with one will be delivered today. To help ensure the safety of our customer and delivery partners, we will now leave packages at the doorstep, blah blah blah. Your one-time password is, and it says the number. So when they delivered my parcel, we had to give them the password. I don't know how that helps COVID.
Do you think it's because of Christmas, people stealing packages?
I don't know, maybe, could be. Who knows? If you've got an answer, you know where to comment below. We're going to move on now to the last thing for hamstrings, just body weight hyperextensions. It's more just hamstring glute tying, so we're basically not trying to hit our lower back too much. Obviously you can do hyperextensions to hit back or hams, so we're just going to consciously think about trying to straighten ourselves with the use of our hamstrings rather than just lower back. And that's it really. So we're going to do 2 sets on there, and then we're just going to finish with some calves. So as you can see, it's not a huge workout, but giving the hamstrings their own day like this has helped them improve, because they're just getting a lot of focus on their own. Obviously when you do a leg day, like you might have seen on the previous one, we only did like 2 exercises on hamstrings at the end or in between, versus doing 4. So if you get 4 hamstring exercises done every time you do hamstrings, it's a little bit more workload, a little bit more chance for progression, and a little bit more chance to improve. And that's why we do it like that. So if anyone asks, putting the hamstrings on their own day is a great way to improve your hamstrings. Well, I'm going to make this point on this video because I think it's funny. He's saying that he's noticed that his kahunas are bigger. And as you guys know, if you follow me, we've been doing our post-cycle therapy. So that entails getting our kahunas to work. And he has noticed that the volume of his kahunas has somewhat increased, and it is now getting in the way on the hyperextension. So yeah.
They're hanging a bit better now.
So
the droops come back. You know, if any of you boys out there know, they sit a bit high sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
it's nice to have them back.
And that's just us being honest. Again, you know guys, like I say, I tried to share as much as I can with you. And fortunately, Aaron, Eric and all the guys, they understand professional bodybuilding and some of the things it entails. And kahuna's shrinking and growing back is some of that. So yeah, there you go. I'll leave it there. There's nothing else to say. if you're trying to target hamstrings and glutes, you just got to think with your bum. Think bum. If you want to hit your back, think back. A lot of it comes down to just that neurological signalling, choosing where you wish to kind of contract. So it's a great exercise for posterior chain in general, but you can really prioritize certain muscle groups if you get your your head connected to the right place. It's extremely weird not training to my capacity, knowing that when I come in here I've got to put a limiter on how much I put out, especially after such a year where everything's about exceeding previous, not just expectation but previous efforts, and then all of a sudden at the end of the year in December it's like, okay James, put a lid on it, hold back. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but I suppose with that the message comes across that for any of you guys that have had a fantastic run or are doing really well and finding yourself in a position where you're like not sure what to do, this kind of setup possibly is the best thing for you for the meantime until you decide on your next goals. So I suppose that's my way of saying from one person to another, don't stress if in the interim between now and your next big goal you ease off a little bit. Be kind to yourself. Sweet rep. Oh, lad.
Ankle. So the more people that buy it, the more it goes down.
Heavy today. Done. Hamstrings. Easy. Real gentle session. Nothing to say really, is there, when it comes to that?
No, it's good. I like the hamstring day. It's pretty mellow, but it's accurate. It's on the point.
I was saying like the ham day is almost like an active rest day.
Yeah.
Because you're not taxed after, are you? Like,
no. Even if you do go in on the we're not doing any like heavy compound stuff. It's not battery CNS.
Yeah, there's no deadlifts, there's no pulling from the floor, there's no squats. Like we used to do leg press on hamstring day, and that was a lot harder. So Patrick's obviously adjusted the training to just be literally just really isolated, and it's working, and we welcome it because obviously we're training more days as a split now than we normally would because the hamstrings and quads are being separated. So the hamstring day isn't as hard as leg day. So when it comes around, it is welcome. But yeah, that's just it. It's another day in the life really of us doing the bodybuilding thing. So. You know, if there's anything you want to know, guys, about why we split hamstrings and quads, is it beneficial? Is it not beneficial? Just ask, because I'll happily explain the reasons behind you know, this is the point of this whole streaming, this what we do, put it on online, is that we can answer questions and help other people get to where they want to get to and understand things sooner rather than later, so that they don't cock up like I did in the beginning. So yeah, it's basically just a way to educate, get you off the ground quicker, get you on the pro stage quicker. You know what I mean? Let's not waste time. Yeah, that's it really. Good day. We'll be back again in a few weeks, maybe a week or two, I don't know. See what Rebecca's doing. Christmas is coming. So I'm going to wish you a happy Christmas if I don't see you before. I think we will, but who knows. If not, have a lovely Christmas from us both and Rebecca and everyone. And peace and love, and thanks so much for supporting not only Red's Con channel, but also my stuff, and just being really cool guys all around. So thanks.